Good afternoon, fellow speakers. Yes. I was trying to think of the salutation. Right, well. So, you gave us a very difficult job, us judges, because the speeches were all tremendous. I want to thank Stephen for giving us a delightful speech that had lots of points that we could pick up on. And so it really was, it came down to 3 speeches. And I wonder if the audience can guess who they were. And if you had your own opinion on how they were delivered. But it really came down to how the speeches were delivered. And interestingly, so Stephen's speech was really full of narrative, but only 3 people picked up on that within their delivery of their evaluation. Everybody, though, covered all the speech elements as outlined in the criteria of the speaker's guide with a showpiece speech. And so everybody gave really good advice. But sometimes actually the advice was given within the speech. So we had to really listen out for that rather than making the advice at the end where we could really learn and pick up on the advice element. So yes, the 3 judges, the judges and myself, we actually all had a different winner. So we had to have a conversation around that. And so it's really interesting, having never done this judging part before, how we listen differently as each person, and we don't often pick up on what somebody else has picked up on. So I particularly enjoyed the winner's speech because it brought humour to a lot of listening to the evaluations. You know, we had 6 evaluations. It's great to bring a bit of humour in within the evaluation, so don't ever be scared to do that. And having an opinion as well on the advice parts that you want to give, a bit like I'm giving now. But in the end, we plumped for 3, top 3, but obviously there's only a top 2. And literally the 3 winners had literally 1 point between them, and everybody had strengths. I'm going to get there in a minute. My last learning point is everybody had 6 minutes. So use your time wisely, because if you only use a portion of that, then you're not able to get maximum points that are available. You know, we're marking out of 100. Hang on, sorry. Oh yes. And I was curious, actually, whether the speaker and the chair had conjured up between them to not mention the title. Was that a deliberate mistake?
No, my bad.
Okay.
You should have said yes.
Yes.
Because actually, I think there was only a couple of evaluations that mentioned the title hadn't been given. And perhaps then the speaker could have said at that point. So, yeah, learning points for everybody there. Anyway, drum roll please. So, our winner is John Crawford from Swindon. Congratulations.
Wow, threw me amongst the astonished.
And purely, you won literally because of the humour that you brought in with your speech and how you picked up on the humour within the speaker's speech, and you reflected that back with your own humour. It was very clever. And then our second winner is, where is it? Oh, Graham.